Guys, before we go any further, we did it. A round of applause is due to you, the fans, us, the people.
Four, three, two, one. Game over.
Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is groundbreaking. This should honestly be historic to show consumer power, namely when fans strike back. We have been so tired of the fucking bullshit algorithm-based matchmaking system. We have been so tired of the meta flavor of the month balanced weapons, nerfing of all the play styles, the killing of this game altogether. Call of Duty is a shade of what it used to be. I mean, it's saddening, really, to look at like the original Modern Warfare 4, and I'm looking at some footage there, and I'm seeing how like the snipers, have great accuracy. There's no sway bobble on them. Like the guy's sitting there fucking coked out of his mind or some shit to master any of these weird ass recoil patterns. You know what I'm saying? You can just play the game and shoot and kill motherfuckers because that's what the FPS genre does. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and the thing that made Call of Duty so great was the kill streaks. I don't give a fuck what any of these weird ass so-called OG guys like myself claim. No one ever played multiplayer for the fucking objective unless it was like seek and destroy because you fucking had to. And even still, you value the guy who went out there and got kills because that's the language that talks in an FPS. AD is truly the king, and that shit was fun when you're mopping the map with the AC-130 and you're fucking calling in a tactical nuke and you're doing it very often. The game was fucking a beautiful experience back then to behold. Again, the guns didn't feel like, you're like some schizophrenic asshole who doesn't know what you're doing. No, your character felt like a trained combat operator. The game was fun. They didn't have this algorithm-based matchmaking shit fucking deliberately forced you to lose gunfights or would create a desync on your end, the client side, so that way they can go ahead and give everyone a participation trophy and make sure that your enemy won instead of you, even though clearly you're looking at the kill cam and feeling crazy because you shot the guy 50 fucking times and he only had to tap you twice with a weaker gun at that. It blows me fucking rigged this experience is. I mean, my God, like this game and gaming in general is just disgusting in the state where it is. But we, people, we have fucking fought back. I've called for boycotts on every one of these videos, as well as a few other, I would say, content creators. A lot of them still suck dick from Activision because whether you might believe it or not, a lot of these content creators, they play both sides of the coin. Some of them will deliberately play Judas, purpose of creating some type of negative atmosphere so that way when they do release updates and touches to the game, they can use that same people to go ahead and influence them to say something great about the game. And we see it all the time with a lot of these guys where they're always changing stances because they're all aligned under Activision's pockets. There's very few guys like myself and some other small channels that actually keep it real here. Called for boycotts here on our end as Mad Gaming to help contribute to the community, and it apparently has been working. People have been getting pissed off for all the reasons that I just finished naming, and they have left this game in droves. I mean, over 75% of the player base has left. I mean, that's insane to me. No game ever with the supposed purported sales that they have hit, right, has ever had such a drop-off this high. Nonetheless, we're going to continue to do so. You know the truth, right? Activision's a fucking, pack of lying hyenas. They sit there and rape on their female clientele, probably their male clientele too, with their new humping feature. Gives you insight as to what they think about people. rig an experience for gamers. All the fuck they care about is bundles, and we as a people have had enough. So, as we see here, the Activision has actually had the audacity to stand 10 toes down on their decision to fucking force feed you this shit by saying, if you don't play this game the way that it is, we're going to cancel Warzone. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You'll hear me say that so often because it's like, wow, are we really living in a simulation? Is this shit fake? Like, what business will, do this type of shit to their clients, their customers? For fuck's sake. It's like Activision's a hamburger stand, and they're trying to force you to eat shit hamburgers, and people are complaining they're getting sick and they don't like it and they're not going to come here. And Activision's saying, you're going to continue to eat our shit hamburgers, and we don't give a fuck, or we're going to close down. Hey, asshole, people want you to close the fuck down. Have you not got the clue, man? It's like, wow. They'll spend all the money on the AI Slop bullshit and on the fucking retarded grade color palettes for their guns and the unicorn gay shit. No offense to the LGBT community, but that's what they're really pushing for, right? And nothing to actually deal with this game and its well-being or maintenance. Fuck, man. You can go on Twitter and see how people are literally begging you to control them and have them on the game 24/7, and they won't listen. People like melee style. People like different games other than fucking Rebirth goddamn Island. What the fuck? We've played this map for the last, I don't even know how many fucking months, because it was still there in Modern Warfare goddamn 3. I'm sick of this shit map with horrible flow. It's just another thing I can't stand about COD fans of this day and age. Like, you guys are like fucking whack, because a lot of shit that you guys say is awesome really the fuck isn't. And I guarantee you this new Verdansk that they're going to be bringing back, which they're going to tailor for the new weird asses, they're not going to like it either, because that map doesn't even look fucking enticing. Like, Verdansk looks like ass. I'm sorry. I haven't I think I played it one time and I just like turned it off immediately. It's just big for fucking nothing. It's an ugly looking map. Rebirth is trash. The good maps they had were the fucking the ones they don't put on. Ashika, Vondel, Fortune's Keep, those were fun. They had great flow. They had good POIs. They had, good places to set up. Like, these other maps are just ass. But they're bringing back this stuff. And the crazy thing is, they've made no announcements to even bring back the actual thing people want from the real Warzone, and it's the fucking mechanics. We want 1 to 2 hit kill melee weapons, because they're only useful when you're within fucking range anyways and still have the chance to get beamed down. We want riot shields back. We want explosives to actually be explosives and not to be basically fucking pillows. I mean, goddamn, when's the last time a rocket did less damage than a fucking AR? God, like, you can't, bro, this is such a fucking joke. Like, all of life is just getting weird around this point in time. I just don't understand it. Yep, here we are. Activision actually has the balls to hunker down and tell people that if you don't like this fucking bringing back of old, more recycled content, just like I have been saying, then we're going to shut down Warzone. Wow. Is that the most selfish, but like the most asinine shit that I've ever heard too? Like, many games have failed because, they have not listened to their player base. And the ones who have listened to their player base have always been able to recuperate or maintain the numbers that they've had. And it's like, I don't know, like, you as a billion-dollar company, and you've been in the game this long, have you not seen this trend and how gamers aren't standing for this shit? You know what I mean? Like, but hey, you know better than us, right? I mean, yeah, A.B.M.M helps to retain players and shit, but more people have left the game than they're playing it now, right? Yeah, stupid bitch. Activision is so fucking dumb, bro. And they've destroyed another legacy series, but as I said, this is all for the transitioning into the new world. I think all of these game developers are killing gaming intentionally for a much more deeper, sinister purpose. If you take my thing, I am a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, guys. This is their ultimatum: play the game as is with the AI slop trash. We're not fixing it, or we're shutting it down. And you already know where this is going. Warzone is done, and multiplayer is soon shortly after because they won't make any of the adjustments necessary for Warzone to be a even halfway serious, critically acclaimed title anymore. I mean, it's trash. Multiplayer honestly has been a joke since I would say like Black Ops 3, in my opinion, personally. Yeah, that shit just went out the window then. And they got to be fucking kidding all of us if they think that if they take away Warzone and just focus on the MP aspect of it, right, with the skill-based matchmaking and the algorithm-based matchmaking processes that they have, and how they have, they don't even have the spawns figured out, that we're going to sit there and play that. Honestly, you have better chances of surviving and having an enjoyable time in Warzone due to that fact alone, just the spawns and how bad they are, let alone the weapon balancing. So, as I said, this game is dead. Warzone is going to be their crushing blow because this is where a lot of people, like to go to. They can use their skins and shit like that. Yeah, it's over, man. Once this falls, I guarantee you the next installment is going to perform just as badly. They probably might just scrap this project altogether. Call of Duty is going to be done for very shortly after, because Warzone really is truly like the bread and butter right now. What a lot of these streamers are failing to understand is that a lot of games right now are adapting a battle royale because of the fact that that's kind of where the masses are gravitating to. So taking away a battle royale from a multiplayer game is actually going to be a death blow for me because that's just what people are enjoying right now. You know what I mean? Like that's what people are liking. People are liking that open map kind of play. They like to be able to breathe for a little bit before they're able to play. Most of those game modes where quite the contrary, people think that you're just jumping in there and clashing together. That's not really enjoyable for people. People like to have an experience to the combat. People like to let it gradually evolve. Likes to feel almost kind of like a storyline element. So anyone who is really covering games and is seeing this as a whole would know this. Like a battle royale is almost a must for an action title, especially for a shooter. So yep, that'll be all for today, guys. Catch you on the next one. We're up and we are out.